Hello, guys. I'm so glad to be here. It's been a minute. I cannot believe it, but this is my first live of 2023. And gosh, I've been so busy and I've been wanting to do a live and just hadn't been able to get to it. But I really think I've got a great topic for this live, and hopefully it will be helpful to some of you if you've ever been stuck in a rut. If that's you, okay, or if you know someone, definitely you want to have them to look at this video, and also go ahead and grab a pen and pad so you can take some notes. Yeah, I've been there before, and I tell you, it's not fun. It can be very stressful. It can be depressing, right? You don't feel very good about yourself, alrighty? But how do you get unstuck when you're in a rut, when you feel that you're just stuck in life? Yes, it can really weigh you down. It's very heavy. But if you're stuck, you can get unstuck. And I need you to understand something. It's you that got you there. And I need you to own up to that. And realizing that we're the ones that put ourselves in the rut, there is power in that, because understanding that we put ourselves there, guess what? We can get ourselves out of the rut. We can unstick ourselves, or we can loosen ourselves from the rut. We can get unstuck. All right, that's what I'm saying. So, guess what? Number one, in getting unstuck, you want to evaluate where you are. Evaluate where you are. You want to look at it and assess yourself and assess the situation. You want to ask yourself, what brought you here? What is it? What is the thing that brought you here? And ask yourself, what role did you play? Okay, that's number one, evaluating where you are. Earl Nightingale says that we're all self-made, but it's the successful people. Only the successful people will admit it. Well, I want you to admit that you're responsible, that we're responsible when we end up stuck in a rut. It's because of ourselves. And number two, what did you learn from it? It's going to be very important that you learn something from being stuck in a rut. Remember, and I have to do this, guys. I have to remind myself, and I probably will say this a few times throughout this live, either you're winning or you're learning. So it's important that you learn something from being in a rut, okay? Because when you're in a rut, there ain't no winning situation in that, but you can learn from it. And learning is always good, period, okay? Number three. So number one is evaluating where you are. Number two, what did you learn from it? And number three, are you repeating the same actions, the same mistakes repeatedly? Are you repeating the same actions and mistakes and expecting a different result? You know that's insanity, right? Number four, are you going through it or growing through it? Number five, are you bigger and better because of it? Okay, again, you're only winning or learning. And, being bigger and better because of it, I would say you are bigger and better because of it, okay? Because it won't leave you until you grow through it. It's not going to leave you until you grow through it. You want to handle it with grace, or it will stay in your face. Y'all need to write that down. You need to handle it with grace, or it will stay in your face. being in a rut, you can destroy your life with it, or you can build on it, right? Two choices: destroy your life with it or build on it. Okay, so you want to declare all out war that you will get out of this rut. You must remember that life happens to everyone. Y'all, it's Murphy's Law. You have to answer the question again: is it happening to you or is it happening for you? And what are you going to do about it? Don't stop. You have to stay busy. You have to work your plan. And you have, y'all, you got to be like water. You got to be, you have to always be moving. Bodies of water never stand still, and neither can you. Another thing that you want to do is help somebody else, and you help yourself. Helping someone else helps you because what you give is what you get. So these are the things that help you to be bigger and better because of the rut, and to help you to continue to learn. And in some of those aspects, you will, they're winning. It'll help you win as well, because, what you give, you get when you're helping other people. And it really does help you when you are feeling some kind of way and not, those not so good moments. When you're able to do something for others and you're not so focused on yourself, it does help you to feel better. And it can be therapeutic as well, just doing things for others. Also, you have to learn to go within, okay? Going within, praying, meditating, recharging your battery, repositioning, okay? So that you can come out better. Also, you cannot operate while you're under the spell or effect of what's going on. That's why we have to step back. We have to go within, praying, meditating, repositioning, recharging our battery. Number 6, activate the thinker in you. Activate the thinker in you. The reason being is because we can become very emotional when we're stuck in a rut. We have to learn to discipline our emotions. Because let me tell you, if you don't learn to discipline your emotions, they will use you. Our emotions are like weeds. Keep in mind, y'all, weeds get out of control, right? You don't have to tend to them. You don't have to water them, nurture them. You don't have to do anything to weeds. They will grow through cement, y'all. And I know you have seen it. So weeds do not need your attention. And, if your emotions get away from you, they can be like weeds. And the other thing you need to know is that whatever you're experiencing now, it did not come to stay. It didn't come to stay. It's just all part of this thing called life. You have to understand that this too shall pass. You must maintain your perspective, and once we put a limit on the vision, once we put a limited vision on ourselves, we stop believing that we have options. Y'all, write that down. Once we put limited vision on ourselves, we stop believing that we have options. And, when you don't believe you have options, guys, you don't feel that there's a way out. There's not an outlet, okay? And you need to know that if you're stuck in a rut, you can get out, okay? There is a way out. You do have options. Always remember that where there's a will, there's a way. I want you to say to yourself, I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. This will not get me down, Guys, you know something? We have to know how to speak to ourselves. We have to find the right words and know how we know what to say to ourselves. Okay? And in dealing, when you're in a rut, there are some things that you want to do. You can go for walks. You want to do something for you. Going for walks, engage in reflective thinking on life, on yourself. You want to look at and enjoy the universe. You want to smell the roses along the way. Listen to upbeat music. Okay. Listen to things that inspire you. You definitely want to, you can read good books and listen to audio tapes. And the thing about it is that when you're stuck in a rut, guys, you have very low moments. But let me tell you, when you're reading good books, you're listening to good audios, you're doing things that inspire and motivate you, then you have high lows, right? So your lows are not the lowest of lows, okay? When you're keeping your mental in check. And reading good books and being motivated and listening to audios keeps your mental state intact, because everything starts with your thought process of the situation, and that really is the battlefield. Okay. That was number 6, activating the thinker in you. Number 7, you want to take full responsibility for your life. Take full responsibility for your life, because, there are situations in life that we don't have any control over. However, there are a great deal of our lives that we can control. So take full responsibility for your life. In doing so, you're going to accept where you are. Take responsibility that you would take yourself where you want to go. That's so powerful. That's self-empowering. Okay, that you can take yourself wherever you want to go. That means that you can bring yourself out of the rut that you're stuck in and take yourself wherever you want to go. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay in the problem. You don't have to stay in the problem. You can change it. You got there. You can get yourself out of there. You got you in the rut. You can get yourself out of the rut. You don't have to be a volunteer victim. If the behavior patterns that you've adopted don't work for you, then you've got to change your strategy. And changing your strategies means reinventing your life. So, you do have the power, guys. You don't have to, stay in the problem. You can decide that you're going to stand up to life. Stand up to life. You can decide to work on yourself. You can say, I'm going to empower me. All of these things that are happening are temporary inconveniences. They're not stronger than I am. So you have to tell yourselves, none of these temporary inconveniences are stronger than I am. I'm repositioning and I'm changing my life. We just have to have these powerful self-talks with ourselves, y'all. We have to know the self-talk language, the positive self-talk language, okay, that makes all the difference in where we end up. Number 8. So number 7, take full responsibility for your life. Number 8, separate what you've done from who you are. That means that you don't want to use the decisions you made that got you in the rut. That does not define who you are right now. Because the moment you decide that you're going to change, things change. And it changes here. When you tell yourself whatever you tell yourself, that's it, okay? And so separate what you've done from who you are. And then Number 9, you want to reinvent your life. Write a description of the person you desire to be. Write a description of the person that you desire to be. In doing so, what is it that you must overcome? You have to know, what is it that you must overcome? Also, what qualities about your personality that you must change? What are the qualities about your personality that you must change? You've got to serve it because it's, it's serving as its characteristic is a liability to you. So you've got to change some things about yourself, okay, that got you in a rut. You have to change some things so that it does not remain a liability of you staying in the rut, okay? What assets are your strong points? So that's all, reinventing your life. Number 10, in order to get out of the rut, you need coaching. So you have to find a trusted critic, someone that knows you, that cares about you, and that loves you, that you can trust to tell you the truth, to tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear, okay? Because, when you fall short, they're going to inform you of your blind spots. And also, no one is perfect, so understand that they're not there to tell you how great you are. They're there to tell you, to critique you, and tell you what you need to hear. Because when you know that, that's going to aid in your growth process. That's part of your learning in coming out of the rut. So number 10 was, in order to get out of the rut, you need coaching. And your coach is there is someone that knows you, that cares about you, that loves you, that's going to tell you what you need to hear. Okay? And don't get upset with them. This is the role that they're playing in assisting you. So they're helping you, and you're supposed to learn and grow. Remember, I said either you're winning or you're learning. So you're learning, right? And number 11, join a support group. You want to surround yourself with others with similar problems, because your support group is very powerful, okay? Someone can share how they handle the situation and create an opening for you. This will stimulate some possibilities in your mind on how you can resolve the problem. We cannot grow by ourselves. We grow from people and projects. Number 12, when things happen in life, you can't change the past, but you can interpret and you can reinterpret how you see it. That can be empowering in your growth. So we can't change the past, but we can interpret our past, and it can aid us and empower us in our growth process. Number 13, state to yourself, I love myself unconditionally, and I forgive myself. Also, if I would have known better, I would have done better. So those are the 13 steps to getting out of a rut and getting unstuck in life. I hope that was helpful for you. When I was in a rut, and you can, I just had to look at my situation. How did I get here? How am I going to get out of this? Then I had to talk to myself. I have to look in the mirror, y'all, and I have to have some self-talks with myself. And, and definitely, like I say, always having something to read, to listen to is so helpful, y'all, because you don't want to stay in a place that doesn't make you feel good. Okay, and there's nothing good about being in a rut. But, we get ourselves in these places, but we can get ourselves out. Okay, so that's it. So thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.